Here's the view from Chehaw State Park in Alabama. Here in the mist overlooking the trees. This is the highest elevation in all of Alabama. This area is over 2,000 feet above sea level, and this park goes over 2,400 feet above sea level. This tower in Chehaw State Park in Alabama is the highest elevation point in the entire state of Alabama.
Let's try that again.
Here at the Mississippi River, on the border of Mississippi and Arkansas. This is the Ozark Mountains in Arkansas. Be careful. There's jackasses everywhere.
Be careful. There's jackasses everywhere. No, now you have to...
Conjunction, what's my function? I'm hitting a beat so that noch can function.
This is the Buffalo National River in the Ozark Mountains of Arkansas. Just outside Jasper, Arkansas. This is the natural bridge in Lost Valley, which is part of the Ozark Forest, National Forest. And this is inside of the Buffalo River, the National River area of Arkansas. This is Eden Rock, and the Eden Rock caves are nearby. Huge rock formations, followed by waterfalls at the end. We made it into the caves. This is Hot Springs National Park in Hot Springs, Arkansas. The water's actually very hot. Here's a view overlooking Hot Springs, Arkansas. This is from the West Mountain Summit. You can see downtown. There's Bathhouse Row down there. And up here on this side here is a lookout tower on the top of the other large mountain in the area. Welcome to Crater of Diamonds State Park. Everybody here is digging for diamonds, for the hopes of finding diamonds. This is the Red River along the Shreveport and Bossier City boardwalk areas here in Louisiana. There are shopping and casino options nearby, including these river boats that serve as casinos. Listen to some of the nature in the Bayou of Louisiana. I am in a natural preserve, nature preserve. This is Vicksburg National Military Park in Vicksburg, Mississippi. It's right along the Mississippi River next to Louisiana. As you can see here, there are many trenches. There was a big battle between the Union and the Confederate troops during the U.S. Civil War. And these hills obviously would have served as protection during the fight for both sides. You can see some of the large military structures that have been put in place in honor for those who have died. Going over the Mississippi River on a huge bridge from Mississippi to Arkansas. The river is well over there, and here we go. This is the Rower Japanese American Relocation Center here in Arkansas. This was an internment camp or a concentration camp during World War II for Japanese Americans that were forced out of their homes here in the United States citizens, Japanese Americans, that were forced to live here for a couple of years. This was not the only one of these type of camps. This was one of the bigger ones though, and thousands of Japanese Americans lived here during World War II. This may look like a nice farm area today, but during World War II, this would have been filled with Japanese Americans being held against their will. There would have been barracks around, barbed wire fences, guard towers, and people that were moved here from all over the United States lost their homes, their personal possessions, and were being treated as criminals, even though they were never charged with the crime. This is the Frank Lloyd Wright Rosenbaum house in Florence, Alabama. I believe this was the only house he created in Alabama. Here's like an outside shot. Here's the stairs up to the front. There's the door entrances. And it's a very flat building, one story, by Frank Lloyd Wright. Here's the site of the Bonnaroo Music Festival in Manchester, Tennessee. It's an annual concert event, huge one, probably the biggest in all of Tennessee, and definitely one of the biggest in the entire southeast of the United States.
Everybody tastes things differently. So keep that in mind too. So finish black label. See what you think about the big day, where everything comes from. Not everybody's kind of favorite cup of tea, so to speak. But then go back to Jim. Go back to Jim and Jam and see how different it's going to be.
Okay, let's see how this goes. Woo! Round two. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Mr. Rogers, Albert Einstein, 100%, Andy Warhol, Pablo Picasso, Frank Lloyd Wright. This is Frank Lloyd Wright's Falling Water. His design in Mill Run, Pennsylvania. This is the pathway of the Flight 93 on September 11th, 2001. The boulder over there is the site of the plane crash where everyone on board perished during a terrorist attack that stopped the plane from going to Washington, D.C. for possibly hitting the Capitol building. This is the Flight 93 crash site. Next time you're wondering where all of the damaged cars go when they are not repaired, look no further. It comes to a place like this. This is in Stoysville, Pennsylvania. Let's see, way back there. It's like parking in Disney World or something. Those are all cars, all here at the wrecker. And this is just one of the local wreckers. There's actually another one just down the street. But just to give you an idea of what's going on here. Safety first, everybody.
Punxsutawney Phil, seer of seers, sage of sages, prognosticator of prognosticators, weather prophet extraordinaire. And from that point to the end, it's different every year. And it would build up to the forecast then. And I don't remember in 2020 what the beginning of it was, but the ending would have went something similar. There was no shadow to be seen, and early spring it shall be.
Welcome to Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, at Gobbler's Knob, home of Punxsutawney Phil and Groundhog Day on February 2nd. I am here at Punxsutawney Memorial Library, and I believe that is Punxsutawney Phil right there asleep. I was told that he likes to sleep with his mouth open. Also, his wife Phyllis is supposed to be in here as well. This is where he stays the large majority of the year before he's taken out to the groundhog site a little over a mile from here. Got some baby horses in here in Pennsylvania. This is Reading, Pennsylvania, on top of the hill. This place here is called the Pagoda, and there's a great overlook into the city below. Welcome to Valley Forge National Historic Park, where 243 years ago this was a camp during the Revolutionary War for 6 months to keep the British away. This ended up being the 4th largest city in the United States during that period. I'm actually here on the 243rd anniversary date from when they left. This building you see back here was George Washington's headquarters during that time period. I am just outside Princeton University in New Jersey, and here are some deers I found. This is Princeton University in Princeton, New Jersey. Here is the sunrise at Asbury Park, New Jersey, home of Bruce Springsteen and Bon Jovi. Now we can officially see the sunrise in Asbury Park, New Jersey, here on the beach. This is the Jersey Shore in Seaside Heights, New Jersey. This is Atlantic City, New Jersey. The boardwalk goes a very long way nowadays, way down through the whole town. The casino area is way back over here, and this goes on and on for miles. This is Cape May, New Jersey, a giant beach, and there's a big structure over here right on the beach. The lighthouse is right back here. We're in Blackwater National Wildlife Refuge here in Maryland, and this is one of many places on this trip that I've seen turtles out in the wild. Thankfully I was able to make sure that this one got back in the grasslands and is off the path. Found some bald eagles out here at Blackwater National Wildlife Refuge. They have these perches around the park in order to give them places to hang out. And of course, they're right by the water, and they probably have a lot of resources available to them in places like this. Welcome to Ocean City, Maryland. There is a boardwalk along with the beach right here. Volleyball, lots of things in the air, and an amazing area right here in Maryland. Assateague Island National Seashore in Maryland. These are wild horses. This is the Durham Bulls Athletic Park. This is a minor league baseball stadium in Durham, North Carolina. Definitely a very impressive place.